humans, and welcome back to my channel. So as most of you guys know already, I am Canadian, and a lot of times people get us confused with Americans, which we are not. Our customs are similar, our accents are similar, but we know we're not Americans. In fact, our countries are very different if you look into it. So as the title suggests, here are 20 differences between Canada and America. In America, they have states. Here in Canada, we have provinces and territories. There are 50 states in America, and there are 10 provinces in Canada and 3 territories. Elections in America are very, very long. In fact, they go on for over a year. Here in Canada, we actually just had a federal election, and it was the longest election in modern history. It went on for 11 weeks, and people were pissed because it was so long. Yeah. In America, you have a president. Here in Canada, you have a prime minister. They do the same thing. In America, you pronounce this letter Z, and we pronounce it Z. Everyone else pronounces it Z too. It's just you guys. In America, they have very loose gun regulations, and here in Canada, we have moderately strict gun regulations, and just generally different views on guns. In America, you guys spell color C-O-L-O-R. In Canada, we spell it C-O-L-O-U-R. Same with favor and honor. Again, most places spell it with a U. It's just you guys who don't, who just drop the U altogether. In America, you have 2 political parties. You have the Republicans and you have the Democrats. And in Canada, you have a ton. We have a ton of parties. We have 3 major parties, 5 if you count the other parties that could potentially get office. And then there's others. There's like the marijuana party, and then we have the Rhino party, and we have Christian Heritage Party. We have a ton of parties. That everyone can have a party. In fact, I think we had a cat in our last election running for prime minister. Yeah. Apparently, we say about wrong here in Canada. America, they think we say about. Side note, I have never heard anyone say the word about regarding the word about, unless they are making fun of how Americans think that Canadians say the word about. That's it. And we say a lot. In fact, here's my A. It's a marquee with the word A in it. What can I say? I love my country. Here in Canada, we have the stereotype that we are very polite and that we apologize all the time, which is true. We do apologize a lot. If I run into you, I apologize. I don't know. It's just how I was brought up. We apologize for things that we didn't even do. And that brings me to my next point. How Canadians say the word sorry. In America, you say sorry. I am sorry. Is it too late to say sorry? No, it's not, Justin. No, it's not. And we say sorry. We pronounce the O like an O. Sorry. In America, their measuring system is completely different than in Canada and most of the world. They use the imperial system and we use the metric system. So if you're talking about weather, it gets really, really confusing because 40 degrees in America is cold, and here in Canada, that is like the hottest summer day. But I always found it quite funny that the only time that Americans use the metric system is when they are selling drugs. So the drug dealers got it. They're up to speed. In America, college is very, very expensive. And in Canada, it's a lot more attainable. Our tuition doesn't exceed $6,000 to $12,000 a year. A year? Yeah, I took 2 years. Yeah, a year. And in America, I've heard their tuition costing like $80,000, $100,000. And so getting scholarships is very, very important. I couldn't imagine spending as much money on college as some Americans do, and I feel awful for those of you who have like $100,000 in debt from school. I am so sorry. In America, the drinking age is 21. In Canada, it is either 18 or 19, depending on which province you lived in, which I've always found really strange. I'm in Ontario. The drinking age in Ontario is 19, but in Quebec and Manitoba, it is 18. But it's okay though, because I live in Ottawa and it's a 10-minute bus ride to Quebec, so the drinking age is 18. In America, they have privately funded hospitals, and in Canada, we have a publicly funded hospital. So we have universal healthcare, and in America, you have to pay for your healthcare through insurances. It's such a strange concept to me of having to pay for your healthcare up front, like they do in America. In America, you say restrooms. In Canada, we call them washrooms. And that can get kind of confusing depending on where you are. If they don't know what a washroom is or a restroom. In America, you say soda. In Canada, we say pop, but I also say soda. So it's interchangeable. Canada is part of the Commonwealth and America is not. So we have the Queen on our money and on our coins, and she comes down every once in a while to say, hey, what's up, Canada? You know, something like that. In Canada, we have Putin or Poutine, and in America, I'm sure they have it. You know, I'm sure like the bordering states have Putin or poutine, whatever way you want to pronounce it. It's pretty damn delicious if I do say so myself. American money is all the same color and kind of boring, and Canadian money is full of color and plastic. So you can wash them if you really wanted to. Also, our dollar is really, really, really bad right now. So the Canadian dollar, not doing so well. We also have loonies and toonies, which are $1 coins and $2 coins, as opposed to Americans, they just have dollar bills. And last but not least, in Canada, we have bagged milk. And in America, they don't. This is what it looks like. You cut a little hole right here with scissors, and then you put it in like a little pitcher, and that's your milk. Yeah. I've heard that certain places in Canada don't actually have bagged milk, but I don't know, we do. Here in Ontario, at least. Yeah. So that's my video for today, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And also, write in the comment section what you think are the biggest differences between Canada and America. Or even like Canada and the UK, or Canada and Australia, or even America and the UK. I'd love to hear all of your guys' ideas. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, I would love to see your faces next week. Bye!